What up, y'all? What up, though? You know what? Uh, 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 um, wow, like, why I gotta do you can now got it, not really a thing. Huh. Cancel all of this. Be on what? Um, Sorry, y'all. I'm working on something on two different levels. Let me see some. God damn, I should have thought about all of this before I went live. Oh well. Y'all just seeing me work for a second if anybody's out there. Where is um so I have that's that. I don't really want that one, but I do need to figure out. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna say, where is the chat? No, we're not going. We won't need to show it on stream. But had to make sure the chat was up. You know what I mean? Fuck going on around. Yeah. Then um we'll talk this and then say that. I guess. Who the hell knows? All right. So sorry. So very, very, very sorry. I apologize. I do. Ooh, y'all are getting robed smooth today because I took a shower. Okay, I worked out. I did the things. What up, everybody? Welcome to Just a Smooth Thought. You're gonna see me constantly look back and forth because I'm looking at two different cameras tonight. Okay, so I am looking in two different spaces, but I'm giving everybody everything. I got YouTube running over here off of Restream, and hopefully you guys will come up. I also see TikTok with everybody kind of coming in. All right. If you are coming in from TikTok, make sure that you wipe your feet. You leave a like, leave a heart, leave something. We're going to chat it up real quick. It is just a smooth thought out here. I got a couple of things that I am thinking of. Number one, how was everybody's holiday? How was your holiday? Did y'all have family time? Did y'all have fun? Let me know what's good, what's Gucci, what's good. I appreciate y'all. Talk to the kid. Um, as far as the holiday is concerned, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was very, very, very much in Scrooge mode. Not gonna hold you. I was like, I don't want at first for a minute. I was very much so like, I don't want to do this. I don't. I didn't have anything for anybody. I didn't do presents and shit like that because things just got tight after a while. I'm like, my God, what a year! What a year! 2025. I thought I was happy to see it come in, but I'm even happier to see it go. I am even happier to see 2025 be out here in these streets because I'm over it. Between the level of death and people being sick and just trying to live as an adult and tariffs and taxes and this, that, and the third, and everybody trying to be political, and everybody got the ass on their back, and everybody has an issue, and everybody has a problem, and everybody has an opinion. I don't give a shit anymore. Is it wrong to say? Probably. But I do not give a shit anymore. I don't care. I am tired. All of these things. Those are my grievances. However, what I did realize was that family is so needed. It don't make no damn sense the way yesterday I needed the love and the feel that I got, that my presence of being where I was really wanted and was really needed. And every time I try to, like, I guess, pull myself away or take a break from, not necessarily a break from family, but just a break, just a breather, just to regroup and get myself back into whatever position it is. Like, I realized that I can't walk away from that. I can't. I'm a pillar in my community. I'm a pillar in. I'm a staple in with the people that love me the most. You know what I'm saying? So I really can't move quite the way that I thought I would want to. But on some flip shit though, like, I really, all jokes aside, had an amazing Christmas. Got to, see people and everybody that I have, helped this year. That was a big thing. I think what 2025 taught me was how resilient I am, how much I am a person that will, go above and beyond and make sure that it happens. I'm Mr. Get It Done. I am. I don't know how it happens. I don't know why it happens. I don't know uh quite what I'm doing all the time, but what I do know is that I am Mr. Get It Done. Like, there is a for instance of before my uncle passed, I just was in it. I just was in I was just doing whatever it was. I had an idea and I made that idea a reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I did was, he needed food and I was working on the other side of town at the time, and I was like, "Yo, whatever you need, I'll DoorDash it to you. Or if I don't DoorDash it to you, I'll make sure that you get whatever you need, you know, and I'll pick it up and I'll do this." And I was doing all of those things. And sometimes, and I've talked about this several times on the show, um, things like that can become a detriment to you. You don't realize that you're doing that. You don't realize that shit like that is happening, and it's you know kind of making you, for the lack of a better term, I was like taking on his grief. You know what I'm saying? And that was a lot for 2025. It built into my body. And again, when I say it, I don't want to ever say it like I'm saying it like, oh, I took on all of this shit and I did all this shit. Now I'm fucked up. No, 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 no. I'm not fucked up. But I did take on a lot of that. I was taking on his eating habits. I was taking on traits that were just so much embedded into what was going on that I was feeling it. I was empathically feeling it. So I'm like, you know what? I had to automatically make changes. And for 2025, I've done an amazing job. I have to pat my motherfucking self on the back. I have done an amazing job. Um, I have re-lost some of the weight. I gained muscle again. Um, I work out. I really, honestly, truth be told, the Christmas week was the only week that I didn't work out as hard as I had, and I paid for it today. I paid for it today, and the only difference is because it's cold now. I'm not taking walks as long as I used to, but yeah, I paid for that. I'm paying for that. You take a week off if you want to. You will pay for it. You will definitely pay for it. Welcome into the room for everybody from TikTok. I appreciate everybody coming in. Make sure y'all wipe off y'all feet. Say hello. We appreciate you here in the building. YouTube, y'all got love out here. Make sure y'all say hello. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Everything is Kicking It with Young Smooth podcast. That's me. Today is just a smooth thought. Sometimes I like to come on and just, pull out a smooth thought every now and again and say, hey to y'all. Um, I also believe that we need talk about MAGA Minaj and where as a as a fan and not a bar because there's a difference. Um what that looks like and what that means moving forward. Okay? Like we have to talk about MAGA Minaj. I have been a fan of Nicki for a long time. And for some of y'all, depending on what view it is, I think the YouTube view you probably can see on the back wall over here is the original squat picture that she took from Little Kim. Now, I will say that if you notice room, if you look above that, Little Kim's original squat picture is over there too. However, I realize that um I've been watching Nicki's shenanigans for a long time, and really, if you break it down, none of this is new. All of this is theatrical. It's all about what purpose it serves, but it is highly theatrical, highly theatrical, doing all of the things for nothing. Okay. Um, she is doing these mental gymnastics that nobody cares. I want y'all to also pay attention to Charlie Kirk's wife. What's her name? Erica Kirk. I don't give a fuck about her. I ain't give a fuck about Charlie Kirk before we got here. Okay, I didn't care. But I want you to pay attention to her makeup style and Candace Owens' makeup style. And the reason that this is important, and and I'm only sidetracking off of Nicki for a quick second because I'm coming for that ass. Um, but the reason that this is important is you have to realize something. If you look at the way that Candace Owens, and for the love of God, a broken clock is right twice a day. And this probably be the only time that I will ever agree with Candace Owens. I'm telling you that now. But she, if you look, her makeup is softer, it's demure. It makes you be like, you know what, I can trust you. I this Despite all of the shit that she may do and all of the shit that she may say, quickly she was on Charlie Kirk's dick. I believe she was fucking him, but that's a whole nother story. Um, Allegedly, and remember, all of this is alleged. It is all alleged. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. However, so, but if you notice, her makeup is soft. Nice little stud earring, one piece of jewelry here, this, that, and the third. If you notice, okay, Erica Kirk has the bad bitch aesthetic. Like, I don't know if anybody's paying attention to that, but she has what we like to call the bad bitch aesthetic on. She has the heavy dark eyeliner under her eyes. If your eyeliner is that dark like that, you can't be trusted. You can't be trusted, number one. Number two, not only that, does anybody else notice that like she wear jewelry like she in a Chuck D concert somewhere? Like she got a lot of jewelry on. She got the bad bitch nails, just a little 1-2. But yeah, Erica Kirk got extra weave and shit. If you notice, her aesthetic is technically that of like an 80s rocker chick or a black girl in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? So because she's trying to placate. Because first of all, Miss, the moment that you say amen, I knew for a fact, okay, that the God that you served was not the God that I served. Let me be clear, okay? Um, then we roll back to Onika Tanya Mirage, who is an immigrant, who allegedly is still an immigrant. Ma'am, you had a whole verse that said, Island girl Donald Trump want me go home. But now he is dashing. And that when she talks in that voice, it fucking drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. It drives me insane when she does it, and it's just like, "Oh, yeah, no, I don't like it. I don't like it." But this is also coming from somebody who also was I have to get used to saying was a barb. I had to think because we had slightly I had this conversation with somebody and about um kind of like the way that she has like been dismissive of the gay and trans community, and that is just wild work when you built your career off of the LGBTQ community, the LGBT LGBTQIA plus community. You built your career off of that. 90% of your barbs were gay men. Bottom line. Bottom the fuck line. Not to mention the fact a good 10 to 20% out of that 90% were black people. Yikes, ma'am. Ma'am. And fortunately or unfortunately enough, what I want people to look at as far as Nicki is concerned. God, I can't believe I gotta say this. Nicki is slightly a detriment to the black community. Damn, sis. Damn, sis. Damn, sis. I can't believe that I have to in the Lord and Savior's 2025, few days from 2026. I have to say Onika Tanya Mirage is a detriment to the black community. And here is why. You placate. You don't pick a side when it's convenient. You have played this mean girl aesthetic, this Bobby aesthetic forever. You made our black girls get asses because you let the male gaze or the boys just being boys. Oh, we're going to get there. But the boys just being boys, you allow the boys that are just being boys to manipulate you into having to have the quote unquote bad bitch aesthetic. And now this has become the modern day shuck and jive blueprint for every female rapper that has come after you. You claim that Little Kim didn't give you, or you claim that you didn't steal Little Kim's aesthetic. Not true. You And again, you're not talking when I say this, you're not talking to someone who was not a barb in fan, more so in the sense of not the Sri Lanka. No, bitch, I know verses. I know hooks. I know them by the back of my hand. This is not a person that speaks from, oh, I absolutely have always hated this person and want to fry them. No. But when do you say enough is a goddamn enough? And everybody's like, oh, the barbers that are defending it are very much so like, oh, well, she can say why she can't say what she want to say and da da da. No, 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 no. Sweet baby miss, when your rhetoric becomes um a little bit more toxic than necessary, I want to say, if when you align yourself with, for the lack of better terms, the enemy. Like, I mean, I can't call it no other way. When you align yourself with the enemy, and as much as everyone wants to put, oh, well, Charlie Kirk and Aaron Kirk, they're out here just giving out an opinion, allowing people to have an opinion and debating an opinion, and we shouldn't. It's one thing to have an opinion. What I'm doing right now is an opinion. It is an opinion. It is not fact. It is an opinion. When, and I'm not trying to shift a person in one way or the other. It doesn't matter. Whatever you believe is what you believe. When the rhetoric becomes, especially with Charlie Kirk in the beginning, Nicki Minaj is not a good role model for black women. First of all, sir, you're a white man. How the fuck do you know what a role model for black women looks like to begin with? Let's start there. Cause you don't. Cause you couldn't name someone who is an affluent pillar of the black community that someone could look up to. You couldn't name them, but you name Nikki as the detriment. Not necessarily. She's not. I said that she's the detriment to the community, but she's not completely. She's not completely. Because honestly, when you really think about it, her legacy should be studied. It should be studied. The girl is bad. The girl has elevated not just female rap, but hip hop in general. She did a lot for this. But the reality still stands. Two things can be true at the same time. You can uplift and you can be on some fuck shit. And right now, Onika Tanya Mirage is on some fuck shit. I have seen, God, I'm gonna be in trouble. I'm gonna just be in trouble, and I just gotta live with it. Fuck it. I absolutely love me some T.S. Madison. I watch T.S. Madison all the time, and I know that because they are friends, her and Nikki, she won't say anything about this. But I feel a little bit of a way, and the reason that I feel a way about it, though, for real, is because this one of the moments, and I'm not. This ain't. I feel bad because this ain't really none of my business. This is not my fight. But I feel bad because I feel like, yo, TS, this is actually one of the moments that your community needs you the most. And your girl is straight wilding. And I don't care what loyalty makes to that. When do you say, hey, when do we pull up our friends? See, and this goes and leads back to her husband. When do we pull up our people and say, you know what? Yo, I love you. And what you're doing is entirely too much. Pull it back. What you are doing is entirely too much. You need to pull it back. When do we reel in our friends? When do we reel in our family? When do we see there are multiple people? I mean, and here's the thing. I don't know that, but behind the scenes, maybe there's a greater purpose for what she's doing. I don't know that. I'm only giving the Barbie one little shade of hope. Okay. I'm giving her a little bit. But what if there's a greater purpose? What if she's actually doing something for a greater purpose? I don't know what the greater purpose would be, to piss off the vast majority of your fan base. Not quite sure what that means. Why that's happening. I don't know if you don't want to do this anymore. And you know what? Say that. Say that. How about you say that? How about you say, you know what, y'all? I've had a run. It's been about 15 good years. We done itty bitty piggied to Gag City. Okay. And I'm done. Thank you and good night. Like, just say that shit. Just say that you fucking retire. Okay? Just say that you out of here. Because all of this is shenanigans. You want to get your husband off the sex offender. The nigga is a sex offender. He's a rapist. He's a rapist. You want to get him off of the sex offender registry. It's it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Donald Trump don't even know who that man is. He is sorry to that man. He said, I'm sorry to this man. I don't even know who this man is. Donald Trump don't know nothing about none of that. Why? Nikki, you are a detriment, because I'm not saying, and this comes from somebody who is married, and I have been married for 20 years. We just hit 20 years this month. But you have to find a man that is not dragging on your coattail. And granted, it would be very, very hard because of your status. It would be very, very difficult because you are Onika Tanya Mirage. It would be extremely difficult. I understand that. However, comma, the nigga that you with ain't shit. The nigga that you with ain't shit. The nigga that you with ain't shit. I feel like if I said it 3 times, it would make more sense. The nigga that you with ain't shit. 4. When are you going? uh, When are you going to understand that you have built all of this and you didn't need a man? Even when you were with Safari, you did not need a man. When you were with Safari, you played him to the background and was like, "Oh, I'm single. Oh my god, no, I would never. That's just my friend." Whole time you're fucking. That's just your friend because you had to because you played into the imagination of it all and tried to make it like you were single out in these streets. Then this is where we also have a problem because then you were like, there's always an interview out there. There was one interview where somebody was, I think she was just getting into a car or whatever, and was like, "Ooh, Nikki, do you think hip hop will ever have their first gay rapper?" She was like, "I am your first gay rapper." Oh, but boys will be boys. Girl, bye. Have a seat. Have several fucking seats. Because the reality is, you on some fuck shit. You on this? I want to change for. I don't know if you're trying to get a green card. I don't know what you're doing, but I want you to know that if I don't know what turning point it did for you. I don't know what this has done for you. I really don't. I don't know. I don't even know as somebody who love Nick. I've gone to the Gag City tour. Y'all have heard me talk about it. I've I covered the fucking hate train on my podcast. Like we've talked about 2018's bullshit. Like all of this. And to be honest, Nikki, hey everybody on TikTok. I see y'all over there. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming in. Nikki. It ain't looking good, sis. It ain't looking good, sis. It ain't looking good. It is not. Um, in addition to it ain't looking good, sis, you you have this thing where everybody needs to bow down to you. And I will say that if you look 15 years later in the rap game, Nicki's name will be there, but there's gonna be an asterisk. There's going to be an asterisk. This is just like R. Kelly. R. Kelly's name is gonna be there for a great writer, songwriter, and singer, but there is always going to be an asterisk. Diddy too. Diddy not necessarily for the music, but definitely as a 100%, promoter. Yes, did you shift the way that people think about business, think about, black billionaires, black wealth? Yes, did you shift it? But now there will always be an asterisk next to that. Now, my thought process about the asterisk next to the name is this though, right? We as a community, do we care? Here's why I say that. Because I was I was with some family, and one of the family members said that, because they're part of the community, their gang, one of the family members was like, "Oh, I've erased everything off the phone. I'm not dealing with Nicki no more. Fuck her. Fuck all of that. I'm not listening to the music." And I would have been on board with that if it wasn't for the fact that my memory serves me, and not with this particular person, but just in general, my memory serves me that every time I told black people, "Hey, I'm muting R. Kelly. I'm no longer supporting R. Kelly. I'm not listening to R. Kelly," the niggas was stepping and fetching in the name of love. So I don't think I'm wasting that much energy on not listening to Nicki, to not listening to her music no more. That's not gonna be a thing. The legacy's too deep. There's too many songs. There's too much history. There's too many memories for it to not be a part of something. I get that. I understand that. Like, oh, but I don't want to support it. Okay. But your one little thing, and I feel like everybody feels like this now these days, and this is why it's so difficult. The one little vote don't is it going to count? Maybe, maybe. But the reality is, um, the Barb's, hell, the general public, even the general public won't give a damn in a few years, depending on what happens. Depending on what happens, nobody's gonna give a damn. And furthermore, in a minute, ain't nobody gonna be able to buy nothing to give a damn because the tariffs and the money is so goddamn high. Okay, it's so high. It is so high. So, I'm just at a point with all of that, with like Nikki in general, where I'm just like, I'm just tired of the shenanigans. We are people of a particular age, okay? We are in our 40s, sis. You look tired. You look, you're tired. Okay. I'm not saying don't do the craft. Oh, it's over, hang it up. No, absolutely not. Because to be honest with you, the new Nas album is actually fire for real. If you are not listening to it, you need to go listen to it. It's fucking fire. But and what, that nigga 50 something. So, and you still can go on. You absolutely could do this. You absolutely could. But you cannot alienate the entirety of your fucking fan base. The entirety of your fucking fan base, and then be like, boys will be boys. Girl, what the fuck? It's okay to be boys. It's okay to be boys because we're so concerned. My God. Because we are so concerned that the boys want to be girls. We're so concerned that this is going to happen. Are you concerned for that for your son? Is that what you're concerned for? Because the streets are talking, and you don't give a damn. The streets are talking. But yeah, no. Do I believe the coke thing for Nikki? I want to not believe it. I want to not believe it. But I will say that your actions feel very erratic. They feel very erratic, and people are and you are allowing the vultures to swarm. I have never seen somebody who has been a fighter their whole career just lay down and take it. I have never in my life seen somebody their whole goddamn career just decide they want to lay down and take it. And my ultimate issue with Nikki is and this is what TS talks about quite frequently, is decentering a man. You must, because even if you claim that you do, part of me feel like that ain't true. And the reason that I feel like that is not true is because, girl, what does nigga do? What do he do? What does he do? What is his job? Does he have a 9 to 5? And the last time we have checked, his job was an aura. Bitch, what do that mean? What do that mean? Let me tell y'all something. We not hey everybody that just joined in TikTok. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hype it up. You know what I'm saying? Leave the likes, leave some joy if y'all enjoying this. We talking about Nicki Minaj, Mega Minaj. I can't. Y'all, I can't do it no more. I'm tired. I'm tired of grown ass adults still doing the same shit and wanting different results. Like I'm tired. Tired. Like that's just like for instance, and this is just a smooth thought. And I think I had said something about it too. Because at this point, I'm like, I'm not worried about meeting a goddamn celebrity. I'm not worried about harboring a celebrity's feelings for this because y'all doing crazy shit. Crazy shit. And you want me to sit in my little corner of the internet and just be like, oh, that's okay. It's fine. It's okay. It's no. It hurts other people. It's hurting me. It's upsetting me and my homegirl. Like, good God. Um, but that's just like with Ray J, right? Like, I defended part of that whole situation with Ray J as far as like, um, yes, I do believe that Beyonce and Jay-Z were being rude and they should have at least said hey to Brandy. But on the flip side, I understand why the fuck they didn't because let me tell you something. They don't want to be in the mix and mixture of the love and hip hop bullshit. They don't want to be in the mixture of that. They don't want to deal with all of the things. They don't want Ray J in their face like that. That's like the drunk alcoholic uncle that you just don't want in your face. So by no means of the imagination do I agree with that. Um, but like I say for my TikTok viewers, come in my house. If you come in my house, speak. Put a heart in the chat. Throw a gift, whatever that takes. If you come in the house, speak. That's it. So I just realized that my other beef with Ray J though is not really with Ray J. It is with Princess. It is with his baby mother though, for real. Okay. I mean, I don't know how many years ago this was, but this Negro pushed you into a pool. He pushed you into a pool. And you was okay with that. Enough to lay with him and have a baby. And then you thought that this nigga was going to change for the holidays. And you went. Let me tell you something. Every time I say that, I sound like my dad. One thing for sure, two things for certain, right? I remember, and I guess it's because I watch other people around me lose themselves in their spouses or in people. And I'm so independent in that way. Like, I can get up, I can cook, I can clean, I wash my ass, I go to work, I do all the things. But I literally remember saying to my wife, I said, look, make sure you have hobbies and thoughts and feelings and whatever outside of me. Please. Because when the day comes that I am gone or have gone on to glory, I do not want you to live in a world full of regret or in a world of disheartenment that you didn't do what you needed to do with your life. Like, I don't want that to be the downfall or the detriment of yourself, where it's like, yo, I never did, or I didn't do, or I was so busy being up around and under the no, 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 no. Gain and gather a hobby, a thing that you do, something that makes you happy, something that gives you joy, something that gives you life, because I can't be the end all be all to your life. I don't give a fuck how much you love me, allegedly, or love me for real. I don't know how much you love me, but you can't love me enough to not love yourself. You cannot love, I'm gonna say it for the niggas in the back. You cannot love your spouse so much that you don't love yourself or depend on them so much that you don't love yourself. Because I refuse, I refuse, okay, to be that person. When I was in more of corporate America, I remember when I worked in the bank, right? I worked in the bank and um I remember seeing a couple that would come in all the time. Nice little black couple would come in all the time. And then one day, the husband died. And when the husband died, I watched this woman break down in the middle of M&T Bank. She broke down in the middle of the bank because she did not have access to anything. She didn't even know how to pay a bill. Just the simple things to restart her life. And at the time, I think she was like, I was in my 20s, so she was about in her 40s or 50s at the time. Like, bro, that's a lot. And that's a thought and a fear of mine that I think about quite often, where I'm like, yo, I need you to make sure that you have passcodes. I need you to make sure that you know all of this. I need you to make sure that, like that you can get into the stuff and do what you gotta do and make sure that everything else is good for me and all of that. Like, I need you to do this. This has to happen. We need to make sure that we have a level of communication because you can't just depend on one person. And when you wrap this all up and go back into Nikki, Nikki, you ain't got a nigga that you could depend on for real. You really don't. You don't have a nigga that is holding your best interests at heart. A nigga that was supposed to come into the brand and help you elevate the brand. Nope, absolutely not. He didn't come in there and help you elevate the brand. He is destroying the brand from the inside. And is he the only major problem? Absolutely not. No. No, he's not the only major problem, but he is one of the main contributors to it. He is one of the main contributors to it. But I love and appreciate y'all for all of this. Sometimes it's just gonna be just a smooth thought. It may just be me ranting. I don't care, but you can always catch the replay on uh probably on the goddamn YouTubes. Yeah, probably more than likely. But you can always catch it there. Um, don't forget that I do have my interview series that is still going on at this particular time. So right now, I think the last one was G Hood. We got a new one coming out, which will be coming out on Monday, and then I'm going to for TikTok. I'll probably be over here with a live with you guys as I am recording the show, so you get a chance to see that as well. Make sure you tell a friend, kicking it with Young Smooth Podcast. I really appreciate it. Make sure y'all leave likes. I don't care if you just step in for a few minutes. I really appreciate you. If you get a chance to see this video, hype it up. Thank y'all so much. So I'm out of here for y'all. So I appreciate y'all. Peace in the Middle East to YouTube.